Right, there we go. My name is Andrew Kelly, and welcome to Aardvark Interviews. I have a special guest host today. We got Jose. Jose, how you doing today?
I'm doing rather excellently. Thank you. Thanks for the invitation.
Jose's appeared on many of our shows, and he knows the skills it takes to ask absurd questions to these very, very dedicated, experienced individuals. Today's special guest at the Aardvark Interviews. Um, Associated with topical entertainment news under the umbrella Mojo Rising. We have Luis or Lewis. He gave us the choice here. Pedron, and we have Susan Yu. Did I pronounce you right?
No, who?
Who? All right. Well, I was close. All right. Susan Who. All right. And they are the co creators of the International Film Festival of Manhattan. So if you want to know about film festivals, this is the show to watch today on your YouTube live, and then it'll be rebroadcast. How are you two today? Thank you for coming to the show.
I'm doing
Pretty
great.
good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
We actually, the two of us actually met in another city over the weekend. So we hang a lot. So, we talked about life and stuff. But coming back to New York, boy, New York is hometown. I go like, even though I go to a different city, I go like, when I come back here, landing in the airport, I go like, dude, I really belong in New York. How about you, Sue? Do you miss New York?
I do miss New York. All my friends, you are all in New York City. Like,
So where are you now, Susan?
I'm in San Diego, California.
Oh, okay, cool. And where are you, Luis?
Queens, New York. I'm somewhere near LaGuardia Airport.
Somewhere near?
Yeah, I mean LaGuardia Airport in Queens.
Okay, good.
Undisclosed location, yeah.
Undisclosed location. Yeah.
In Queens, near LaGuardia Airport. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a guest of the state, right, Jose? All right, so let me ask you a quick question right here. Why, oh my God, why the International Film Festival in Manhattan? Aren't there a bunch of film festivals in New York? Why did you guys come up and say, yo, let's do this one? Why?
That was Lewis's idea. So he have hosted and founded several other film festival, and he basically uh, just like says Sue like, hey, let's start another one. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's just do that. And we have another our founder that unfortunately due to COVID, he's not with us anymore, Jerry Balasta.
Sorry.
Three of us have started this ground up. Uh, this is our 11th year, believe it or not. So we have done our hard work, share, and you know, blood, sweat, and tears, and all that to get where we are today. And Lewis is the one who kept it going all this year with his energy, with his dedication, and kept me going, kept Jerry going up until last year. Yeah, so we are dedicated to this film festival because we want to give people a chance to, showcase their film where they don't have chance to showcase anywhere else. And
All right.
Lewis give the opportunity to do that.
Let me ask you, was there any delay or anything because of the COVID?
No,
Uh,
no. November last year, 2020, we did a full virtual event. And that was pretty exciting because you had to reinvent yourself. Being a live film festival, we had to find a platform that's appropriate for us. We found Eventive platform. So since we have it for a year, I figured we should do a spring. So we did an in-between festival in May. We did a live presentation, virtual screenings, and did a semi-live awards night. But this year, this October, in a few days, it'll be full virtual. All the films will be shown online, but we are doing a few screenings at the Producers Club. If you know Producers Club in Manhattan, We're doing a few screenings of Filipino films and only New York-based filmmakers. So it'll be limited screenings.
Wow, excellent. So
So
what's
we
the
didn't
price?
stop. To answer your question, we didn't stop.
You didn't stop. Okay, good.
Yes.
Is there a price of admission for this Producers Club gig?
At an average, it'll be $10, I should say. But
$10?
usually, that's online, I should say. But if you come there and you pay, it's a tad bit more. You know how it is. It's cheaper to buy it in advance, and then when you buy it late, it's a little bit more than $10.
Okay, so you have a vast resume, Luis. I was going through all this, and what stood out. A couple of things stood out. One thing is your involvement with Asian, and also I saw, was it a Hispanic film festival as well?
Yes, Viva Latino
Viva
was started
Latino.
by Steven. Yes, believe it or not, besides that, I actually belong to a posse of filmmakers who are mostly Latino, which is led by Francis Losada. All of our collaborators, I mean, majority of our collaborators, we create films, we put up plays and stuff, are mostly Latino, Puerto Ricano. And Filipinos, we have Spanish names because we were under Spain, so our culture
Oh.
is basically Latino as well, besides Asian. So I have this affinity to fellow Latinos who are actually live in the area, and we do collaborate things, and some of them submit to my festivals, and I help actually put up their events as well.
So you're okay with this? You're not really mad at the Spanish?
No, 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 no. We have Latin in us, and we have Latin names. I'm Luis Pedron, but I pronounce it Louis now since I live here.
What does that mean, Jose? What does Pedron mean?
Pedron is a last name. I'm not quite sure. It's reminiscent of the sound of a stones, but I don't know what
My
Pedron.
my Spanish teacher in the Philippines says it's almost like a play on words on little Pedro. That's what she says, like baby Pedro or something like that. Like almost like Pedrito or something like that.
Okay.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead, Jose.
Being that you're in that situation, would it be easier or more difficult for me to get a slot on your film festival? Being that I'm Hispanic myself.
PM me. Never know. I could still have a slot, but believe it or not, the programming we have now is very experimental. I usually put a lot of Filipino Asian films, but now somebody reminded me, dude, don't forget your fellow New Yorkers, showcase fellow New Yorkers, but PM me, you never know. We can still probably find a spot for you even for this October. But let's talk privately.
All right.
Do you, by the way, have price separations like some other festivals, like under a certain budget and so on and so forth?
I mean, for submissions is finished already.
Correct,
But
yeah.
since you're interviewing me and you're helping me promote the festival, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say it publicly, but PM me.
Oh, I meant for the price of the production itself, not the price
What
of
do you mean? What in particular were you asking?
Well, in some festivals, it'll have a budget of over 250,000, under 25,000.
Oh no! This is almost zero budget, almost.
Okay, so I might be able to work out an under $25 budget. I might get in there.
Yes, and yeah, we're pretty much opening to everyone. In fact, believe it or not, because Sue is of Taiwanese descent. Her parents are from Taiwan. So believe it or not, we're going to be showcasing some Taiwanese films this year. Showcase Taiwanese. Thanks to Sue.
At the New York International Film Festival in Manhattan?
No, we're International Film Festival in Manhattan. Yes. Believe it or not, some films from Taiwan were submitted this year, and we're showcasing 4 or 5 films that we'll be announcing over the weekend.
Okay, so do people submit and say, hey, I'm from Taiwan, hey, I'm Filipino, I have to get in? Do they say that?
No. We have submissions of over from 200 to 300 films, and through Film Freeway, the specific countries are there. So obviously we look through different countries and see who gets showcased. But most film festivals have that. They have particular in a year they have showcase of a particular country or a culture. So this year, Sue and I thought like, hey, let's feature Taiwan because why are they submitting to us?
Nice.
I
That's
guess there's
good.
a reason. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, like back in the in the days when we started our film festival, we always have a theme, and we always have a reason why we showcase this theme and that theme, and because we want to give different uh, group culture a different perspective and open people's eyes. Really, like, hey, we're just not a film festival. We actually showcase a theme of each year. Like one year we showcase like relationships, and another year we showcase abuse, like physical,
Okay. Well,
sexual
what is
abuse.
this year's theme?
This theme is Taiwan's
Taiwan.
film. Taiwan
So,
film.
an Irishman like me, I'm very involved in the film business. I want you to know. But I've been to about 10 to 15 film festivals. Okay. Very successful actor in New York City. I'm a member of Actors Equity, which means I'm a stage actor, which means I'm
Stage, right?
better than most of y'all. All right. So, with all that humility behind me, how hard would it be if you're concentrating on Taiwan films for this Irishman, this bloke, this drunken Irishman, to get on this film festival?
It
Luis,
won't
do
be.
I have a chance?
It, it won't be hard to actually submit to us because there's dumb artists. If those Irish people will have a good chance, especially if you talk to me like this. And I will definitely give you a chance if you have a short film, and I can put it in there also. And actually give me a private message, and we can talk about it.
That's not friggin' bad. Wow, this
Yeah,
guy's
I
good.
mean,
I'll put in the good word for you. Don't worry about it.
I mean, in reality, we have a theme. We have a thing just to open people's eyes about different culture, different, like different groups of people, like, sexual relationship, physical abuse, yada yada. But like that's just a theme to open people's eyes. But at the same time, everybody have a chance to submit to our film festival, and everybody have a chance to be in it.
All right, so what are the requirements? Is it a short films? Is it all short films or feature films? What's the length?
We're going towards short films now. We only feature a few feature films, but now we're showcasing more short films, and I encourage people to do their shorts below 15, at an average 10. But believe it or not, if I look at the different winners, most of the winners are 5 minuters.
5 minutes, huh?
Mhm. If you
Actually,
can,
the last
if you
film I
can do
was
it,
in, we won an award in India, actually, and our film is
wow.
5 minutes long. We actually came in second place to a film from France, so I kind of hate the French now. But that's beside the point. That's beside the point. But we came in second place. A talented cast and everything. But so let me ask you a question. How much do you have to send as a fee to
It
enter?
usually starts, like for instance, it's gonna finish in October, right? So meaning in November our submissions start. Um, Most submissions start in the beginning of the submissions, like $20, $25, and it goes up to about $65, $75 right before. So that's usually how things are done. Submit early and you only pay $20. Submit late and you pay 75.
Hmm. Wow, it really
And I
goes
do
up. Huh?
have and I do have something that we started last year. We actually started a professional category wherein you can submit your commercial, your PSA, your tourism video, your fashion video, because that's the way of the future since things are not really open yet and we're doing all this virtual stuff. I'm giving a chance to professional people like advertising agencies. If you have a small business, if you're a politician, we have a higher fee for that. And what we do is everyone gets a chance to win either gold, silver, or bronze, and we have a top winner. That's our new category. Which is, I don't know if you heard of Cannes Lyon in France. In France, they have, I mean, in most big cities, they have a specifically festival for advertising agencies or ads, TV ads and stuff. So we're trying to emulate that and be part of our festival, because as Sue said, we're encompassing it. We're trying to involve from amateur, beginners to professionals.
Okay, talking about cons, you had a film in there, right? You were a producer for a film in France. Tell me
We
about
did
that.
we did Marchedo Film, which is the film market. You sort of pay to be there and you do an industry screening, but now you still have to submit your film and they still select it. It could still be rejected. So because you can pay to be there, which is it's called a Cannes Short Corner, which is part of the film market. You do that so you can meet a lot of people and you get the pass. But as I said, you still have to be selected because years and years ago, they say people would submit a Christmas party, a video of their Christmas or birthday party to get a spot, to get a pass, festival pass. But yeah, that's why they say they still have to be kind of selective for the film market. At Cannes, they only select for short films. They only select 7 short films,
Wow.
so it's pretty selective. But to be part of the film market, dude, it's so fun because you meet anyone but everyone. I could have sworn I saw Andrew there because only professional people go there. I think I saw you there the one time.
Yeah, maybe. But I doubt it. Sue, were you in cons? Did you go to cons, Sue?
No, I have not
No,
go to
no.
cons.
But you have been there in person.
Oh yeah, I
In one
never
of your
been,
vacations.
yeah, I never been Cannes Film Festival itself, but I've been there to cons as a city for my vacation. Yes.
Yeah, you
It
gave
was
me
a-
remember you gave me
It's a very lovely town, and one of these days I would love to go to cons for the festival itself.
yeah. I'm trying for next year. You know that in 2020 they did it end of the year because they thought they couldn't do it, but they did like little events. In 2021 they did it July. So I don't know when is it gonna be, but it's regularly May. And it's beautiful in south of France in May.
Nice.
I'm,
Beautiful.
I'm thinking about like in sports where they have like scouts. Is there anything like a young people's film festival where you try to mine future talent? People who have a lot of capacity but aren't known or very young. Is there anything like that going on?
For our film festival, we do for example, we have showcased some like students that's our interns, and we gave them a chance, and they come back year after year, and now like one of them or two of them actually became our helper, which means they help us promote our film festival, but they also have their own company, so we collaborate with them.
And for your question about children, if I could pivot in a different way, there are film festivals that specifically about children. In fact, Berlin, one of the biggest film festivals, have a children specific portion. If you have a children themed film, you submit it there, and a lot of Filipino films have won at Berlin because they have that particular topic.
Okay, some of our viewers would like to know, what do you look for in a winning film? What do you look for?
So if it's short, precise, like if you can do your effective storytelling in 5 minutes, dude, that's very effective, and that could catch my attention in particular. And in feature film, a lot of the films that win in our festival are very truthful. Again, also short and precise. It doesn't have to be 2 or 3 hour film. It could be just a 70-minute or 90-minute feature film. And a lot of them are that have won are very about families, about things that are happening right now. And in fact, a lot of the films that are showcased at our film festival are pandemic type of quarantine lockdown type of stories that catches our attention. And in fact, I think in November I would say 1/4 of the film or half of the films that we showcase are pandemic type of films. So they're very new because they're
Yeah.
talking about what's happening to them right now.
Let me ask you, how many submissions do you get versus how many you pick to be screened
It
and
was
viewed?
it was weird this year because we, instead of doing one festival in October, we did May and October. So meaning the rejection rate would, instead of accepting 10 to 20%, the acceptance will be 50%, which is higher because we've showcased more. We feature about 40 shorts and about 10 features. So 50 a year. But this year we're showcasing double that.
Excellent. Now the screening thing isn't too awful. What film I was in was screened in London, England,
Wow.
and that was pretty cool actually, the way they set it up and everything. But let me ask you, Sue. Let me get over to you. If
Okay.
you're on the panel of judges, what do you look for in a film, Sue?
I look for inspiring stories, and I look for also like it has to have an impact to the person who watch it, not for me, for the audience, and what have they learned through this films, and also why is your film better than others, and because like, you have to show us three things: is your emotion through the film, a storytelling through your films, and like how do you develop that audience connections. It's what I'm looking for.
If I can ask you a question, have you had to tiptoe around a little bit? I mean, have there been any films that might have a very strong subject, but because of whatever climate in the world in general, you had to forego taking that film and accepting it?
uh
Good
we
question. Good
we
question.
do, yes and no. It depends on the situation. We do usually talk to the, director, producer who does the film and know their situation, and based on that, kind of make the decision around it. So we don't technically just reject it or accept it. We have to have a talk, like, a conference kind of deal.
No, I understand. I was just wondering if maybe some important subjects might not be, correct for prime time, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, there is some subjects are very, sensitive, and we did take that consideration, but we also want to open people's eye. So a lot of times we do show them, and and people does appreciate it a lot of times because they open their eyes. They're like, well, I didn't know that happened that parts of the world. Like, you just don't think of that and stuff.
All
So,
right. So let me ask you a question. What categories do you accept all different categories?
yeah, we do. We accept everything that we want to give everybody an opportunity. There's not one category we don't, unless is, we redeem it's like very, 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 very like topical, like, like like people would be like, oh, I don't know. It's like an iffy topic. Then we're kind of like discuss it between, we like between the team. We have two other people, three other people we work with, like our team, IFFM teams,
Right.
and we discuss it, and then we're like, oh, how do everybody feel, and then we usually take the risk,
Okay.
because
Do you separate the categories? I was at a film festival before the wrath of God came upon us in North Carolina, and they separated the categories. Like I was still in a franchise horror films, and because look at me, and they separated our category to like midnight special films or something that scare you, or just ludicrous films or something. Do you do that, or do you mash them all together?
Louis
We
could
do that.
answer that
We do.
question.
We do that. We do that. So most of the shorts still have to be somewhat have a theme. Like if it's about children or families, it gets clumped up to that horror comedy, and then usually we have types of short film category that's all New York, and that we do it because of marketing, because it could bring in a little bit more New York specific type of audience. And then, as you said, if it's kind of horror and has a little bit of nudity, it goes to the last spot at night. So it's a little bit more, midnight type of programming. And it is, I think film festivals do that. And then category question, of course, animation. Don't forget that we do animation category, and then we also showcase documentary, short and feature films, and a few of LGBT type of topics, and don't forget music videos. I love music videos.
Nice.
So that's a specific category. But when you submit to us, the categories are just short film, feature film, and documentary. But if you watch some of our programming, we have program-specific programs.
Okay. So your next screening is in November. Is that what you said?
We're in October in a few days, so we will
October.
have tickets in a few days, and also programs. And I was gonna ask you guys privately. I'm gonna try to set up like a Q&A type of thing like this with some of my filmmakers, and if you allow me, I'd like to pitch another maybe session like this, but with some of my filmmakers, if it's okay with you guys.
Sure. I'd love to help out any way I can.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you
And
for being on.
and and you guys are invited to our live events, but we'll privately talk about it, which one you're available to go to.
All right. So, like I said to my listeners out there, get into the film business, get into the theater, whatever you're going to get into. But number one, be nice to people. I work with
Yeah.
many actors, and they were really good actors, really, really good. They lost their jobs because they acted out. They acted diva, and nobody wants to see that. After, oh, he's good, oh, she's good, but she's a pain in the ass. And that's it. You kind of lose your job. And you treat people with respect. These people
Right,
have
right.
time. I don't know how many hours Luis and Susan have spent with all these festivals, the myriad of festivals. And you're going to say, I'm sorry, I got to be late? No, come on. All right. So, how do you
Andrew,
feel
I
about
have
that? Huh?
Andrew. I'm talking about that. I should say.
Yeah.
Besides being nice, I would suggest that since you know me already, like Andrew, Joe Jose, and Teddy, Sue, or whoever is here, since we're already connected, and we this is almost like a networking party we're doing, right? Since you know me already, don't be afraid to say, dude, I have this short film. Can you look at it so I can showcase it the next time? Because somebody told me, because I'm also gonna submit a short film that I created. And I did ask someone, a filmmaker who's been in other film festivals. They go, try to find the connections that you already have and then do
Right.
pursue them. If you know a programmer like me, pursue me, and if I answer you, dude, yeah, show me what you have, because it's still whom you know in this industry.
Damn
and
right.
and I do love that Sue is connecting us to this, and you never know, this could be a collaboration in the future. This could be, fellow actors that we can cast in our program. You can cast me in the future too, I'm an actor too.
I would not
um
hesitate.
there is no there's always a
I
reason
liked
why
your
we're at
Irish
this
accent.
moment.
That is why. I like the Irish accent.
Oh, I can do that. I can do other accents too if you tell
Yeah,
me.
I
I can
I
study
do
it.
have
I
one
can
final
study an accent.
What's up,
I just have
Jose?
one final question, because I just, having been in some business meetings, are there ever fireworks about the deliberations about the choices, like, a big infight
It,
about
Good
who's going to
question.
win?
it hasn't been. It hasn't been. And so it so happened that the judges we had, mostly from the Philippines and here in New York, have been, I don't know, they click and they don't really fight. But every now and then, some of my nominees, because the nominations come from here, and then the judges deliberate on them. Sometimes they go like, half of the nominees I give are like, oh my gosh, they kind of don't like it. So I go like, oh no, my taste is different from theirs. But otherwise, No, I haven't seen any big fight about. At least the past couple of times.
Okay, so we're going to close the show right now, and we'll be right back in about 20 seconds. My name is Andrew Aardvark Kelly. These are the Aardvark interviews. Today's guest, Luis Pedron, co-founder of the International Film Festival Manhattan, and a myriad of others. And you could get that T-shirt if you send in $53. And we got my special co-host Jose, who I missed terribly. He was on a trip in the Andes with some sheep and some alpacas or some shit. He's a trader by nature, and my dear friend Susan, my dear friend, one of the sweetest, kindest people.
Thank you.
You know, and if you cross our, you got to talk to me. All right, so we got that Aardvark interviews. What's the other thing?
Here's something I found on the
Mojo
web.
Rising
According to
is Alexa.
ABC.org,
my device just went off. All right, so we're going to come right back. Thank you for listening. Tuesdays, listed live Tuesdays. That's 6 p.m., Sue, listed live.
6:30.
6:30. Sue, do you have a show coming up?
Yeah, we do have a show called Made of Stars,
Made of
and
Stars.
it's me and Amanda, and we're going to talk about spiritual journey, awakening, eating right, chakra balancing, and how to take care of yourself.
Okay, and what's the date it's going to be on?
It's coming, and it's coming very soon.
Very soon. So watch out for that. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 or 7:30 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. You got the Entertainment News Network, and at 8:30 there's the special Ladies Night,
Where
which
we
is
have ladies happy hour.
Ladies Happy Hour, which
What we talk about is everything and anything, no limit. We
No
talk
limit.
about sexual things.
right,
We talk about
right.
relationship, love, anything under the sun. There is absolutely
Right.
no limitations.
Yeah, so it's kind of R-rated plus. Leave the children, you know, in the cribs. Don't. Well, if you have to, you have.
And we encourage bring drinks for ladies' night.
Well, we don't really encourage that, but if you like a drink, that's fine too.
Well, yeah, we don't encourage it, but if you need a drink, bring a drink.
Okay, so thank you, and we hope you stay on for a little bit, and we're gonna go out right now. Thank you very much for listening. Mojo Rising. Thank you. And here we are. Thank you for coming. My name is Andrew Aardvark. These are the Aardvark interviews. And we have our special co-host today, Jose, who I found in Brooklyn. He said to me, I need a job. And I said, come to the podcast, Jose. And here he is. He's an expert in entertainment and political affairs. He used to be a professor, actually, in political affairs. We have Susan, a co-creator of the International Film Festival of Manhattan. She's been on the red carpet with people. She was a red carpet coordinator for the Emmy Awards, for, I don't know, maybe the Oscars. She knows famous people all over the place. And she found one famous person, Luis Pedron, who's on the show tonight, who, when he says go, your film will go. And we have a special segment on the show as well. Our fans who chat with us, they say to me sometimes, Aardvark, why can't I get on the show and ask my questions in person? And I said, I don't know. I got to talk to the producers and this and that. So I said, okay, stop it. So tonight I have a guest, one of our favorite chat people, Kellyanne, the Canadian Goose. She's from Canada, actually. She loves the show. She loves Mojo Rising. She loves it. So, Kellyanne from Canada, you have some questions for my very learned host, guests on the show?
Hi everyone. Can you see me?
No, it's
No.
like no video there. It must be
There's no
the
video.
Canada thing. Is it a, what
Here.
is it? Is it a picture of a goose? I
I'm
can't
right
see.
here. I'm waving. Can you see me now?
No.
No, it's like a
No.
little circle.
Like your hand
Here
was
I
first.
am.
There we go.
Hey,
Hi.
Hey, how's it
Hey.
there
going?
you go.
Good, good,
So
good.
glad to be here.
Kellyanne,
I
welcome.
do have a question. I was on and I was listening about some invitations were being sent out that we could come, and I was just wondering where in Canada is Manhattan?
Okay, good question. I think Manhattan may be in New York City, but let me check with Jose on that. Where is Manhattan?
I think it's a little on the southern end of like a lot south of Montreal. Like,
All right, so Manhattan
200
is
miles.
not, it is in Canada. Is that true?
Oh, I'm all
It's-
blinged up in my Canadian gear, and it's not Canadian Goose. It's supposed to be Canadian Goddess. I must have put the wrong thing in.
Oh, Canadian Goddess. Okay, excellent.
Okay, I just have one more question then. Well, if it's out in Manhattan, is there any way a Canadian can get in there?
Sure, yeah. We actually have Canadian entries and Canadian films every time. But remember, it's still COVID time, so 100% of the films will still be shown online on the Eventive platform. And I will be sending out the Eventive platform link really, really soon in a few days. Tickets will be $10 at an average, and the whole world, anyone but everyone around the world, including my people who are out in the boat in Canada, will be able to watch it all over the place from Vancouver to Nova Scotia, including
Wow.
Montreal.
I just want to say something, Kellyanne. Louis Pedron is an award-winning short filmmaker. He wrote something called Receptionist Smart. It's co-directed by Mark Levitt. It garnered 3 awards, and it was screened at the Festival of Cinema and Technical World Tour in New York City, Toronto, which I believe is in Canada. Is
That's
that
in
correct?
Canada. It definitely is. Yeah.
And Australia. Did you ever hear this one? Restaurant Smart. It won 3 awards.
It was
No, but I
years and
definitely
years
want to
ago.
see it. I definitely want to see it. Do I get an invitation for that too?
No, that's in the past. There's a new one eventually I'll tell you about. A new one that'll be submitting to other film festivals. But dude, as I said, there must be a reason why all of us are meeting now. Maybe we're gonna be creating a short film together. Can you imagine? A
Up in
Canadian.
Canada, eh?
Yeah, and someone from San Diego, and 3 people from New York, from Queens, somewhere near LaGuardia Airport, from Manhattan, and someone from Brooklyn. 5 people. Oh, dude, this is my dream, Andrew, to create a film that's actually shot on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of that?
I've seen it. I've seen plays done on Zoom. So, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're very diverse. Film festivals will like this type of casting.
Talk about Hollywood Squares. That would be good.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Miss Goose?
2 thumbs up over here. And it's Goddess, not Goose. Goddess.
Is it Goose or Goddess?
Sorry about that.
It's supposed to be Goddess, not Goose.
Sorry. So she's not a goddess, Goose, but she's a goddess.
Or
Well,
Gouda. Gouda's better than Goose.
Now,
Sue
did you
Sue
like
is a goddess.
Canada? Did you like Canada, Louise? Were you in Toronto to receive these awards?
With that, no, but I've been to Canada. I've been to Toronto like 4 times. I've been to Montreal about 4 times, and I've been to the Niagara Canadian side too, a couple of times. So I'll probably be in Canada 10 times. But I do want to come back there. My dream is to go to the Toronto International Film Festival every September. So I guess I'm not going to do it this year, but maybe next.
Right.
International Film Festival.
Have you ever heard of a show called Canada's Got Talent?
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, but there's a famous one on Netflix called Kim's Convenience, which is from Canada. Schitt's Creek is also from Canadian people.
Right.
And Sam Chewy, Sue, what is the name of that Marvel movie now that's all Asian? That the lead guy is from Kim's Convenience.
Oh man. I'm
Sam-
drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, But anyways, there's a Marvel movie that's all Asian people. The lead guy is actually Canadian, Miss Goddess.
I'm
Wow,
drawing a
that's
blank
amazing.
right now.
I can actually search
I
it.
wish
But
I knew.
anyways, yeah.
Kellyanne, did you watch the movie Crazy Rich Asians?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude.
All right. Do you
You haven't
think?
seen
Do
you
you
should watch it.
right? Do you think that movie Crazy Rich Asians helped bring the whole Asian experience to the United States? Do you think that was a groundbreaking movie here? Hello? Yeah. Well,
I think so. The movie right now that's showing is number one movie, all Asian characters. It's called Shang-Chi.
that's it. Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Shang-Chi is numero uno, all Asian.
Yeah.
And then remember a film in the Oscars nominated last year was Minari. Best supporting actress was that Asian grandmother in a movie called Minari. So this guy, Sam Sang-Chui, Sam, what's his name? Simu Liu. Simu Liu was from a Canadian TV series called Kim's Convenience. He did so well in that TV series, now on Netflix, and now he's a Hollywood star.
All right. So I
Yeah.
auditioned for a TV series which is now on Netflix called by a South Korean director. The name of the show is called Squid Game. I don't know if you know about
Oh
this.
yeah,
It's on
people are
Netflix.
talking about it now.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm still
I
up
need
for
to
a
check
part
it out.
there in the upcoming series, but
Okay.
it's very interesting how they do all this. Do you think Asian people are more apt to give Caucasians like myself a role than Caucasians giving Asians roles? Do you think Asians have been left out of the American picture of our
Susan,
cinematic world in America?
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I definitely think that's a big issue
Yeah.
that, American Caucasians only cast their like white people really. Till up I think until like this year, last year, they started casting Asian cast. They started casting Hispanic cast and black cast. You know what I mean? Like, but I think in the industry of film industry, but primarily it's dominated by the Caucasian world.
I used to, I used to see a lot of hospitals like ER type of hospital type of TV series, and they never show Filipinos. Have you been to a real hospital? Most of your nurses or your doctors or your LPNs will be Filipinos or Indian. But I'm not going to complain anymore because if I see a Marvel movie with an all Asian cast, I still have a chance. So I'm pretty excited.
I want to hire you.
Anytime,
You funny, but
anytime, as you said, one audition and you could be a Hollywood star.
I could be friends with this Luis dude. He's just overboard. He's just
I was going to say,
Well-
there was another New York Film Festival whose name we won't mention that recently the two top honors went to, I think, a Taiwanese and a Vietnamese film.
Are you serious?
So it looks like they're getting in on that end of the equation.
Nice. I'm very happy for that.
Yeah.
Because when we exclude others, we exclude ourselves.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there's so much talent. The Squid Game, I don't know. Without me, it'll be probably trash. But with me, it'll probably be great television series. But Kellyanne, do you watch any? Do they have Asian films or festivals in Canada? Or I mean, what do you have access to in Canada? What's life like on the entertainment front?
We do actually. I live in a very quaint city called Edmonton in Alberta, and we have a big festival out here every year, and it goes strong. It's an amazing event. So yeah, we're really lucky that we get to have that out here.
Excellent.
There's I don't know, search this. I think this is in Toronto. It's called Real Asian or Asian Real. It's a film festival where specifically, and that's actually a niche. Jerry Balasta, my business partner, who passed away because of COVID last
I'm so
year.
sorry about
He,
that.
I know it was like it caught us. I don't know. It happened, but anyways, he talked about the niche, different levels of film festivals. Obviously, your Cannes and your Sundance. That's the first niche. But if you're a filmmaker and you want to submit to have a meaningful meaning to your film, go to your niche. If you're Asian, submit it to any Asian film festival that's in your town or and beyond. And so another filmmaker also told me, if you're Asian, submit it to Europe because you are so exotic over there that they would want to show Asian films in Europe. So kind of think of it that way, and that's your second level. And then, of course, your third level is submitted to any film festival in your town. Because if they see in New York, if it's a film festival in New York and they see you're New York based, you might have a bigger chance of getting accepted because they know you can bring in people.
All right, let me
So
ask you a
think of it that
question.
way. Think
All
of
right,
it
let
that
me
way.
ask you a question
Sorry about
again,
my hand.
Luis, and I'd
Yes,
also
sir.
like you to chime in on this, Sue, if you can. You got a film out, Best Director, Best Documentary, New York International Indie Film Festival and Video Festival, VIP, very important Pinoys. What, I don't know if I pronounced it right. What is a Pinoy? All right.
What's a Pinoy? Pinoy is Filipino, and those were about the senior citizen group of my parents. My parents passed away in 2017 and 18, and
I'm
they
sorry,
were
bro.
very special in my life, and I call them very important Pinoys. And I'm glad I put them on film because now we can see how they were when they were young and vibrant. The seniors also have a special spot in my heart with that. But otherwise, I also encourage that, with short videos now with YouTube and Instagram and stuff. Do video your parents. I think that will be an interesting topic if you submit a movie about your parents. And now I'm getting older. I'm 75 years old. I can video myself and putting it there.
All right.
Yes, I am 75 years old. I'm Asian. I'm gonna look like this forever.
Okay, so
Right, Sue?
also,
Sue is 65.
nah, Sue's beautiful. All right, so as part of our
Sue is
chat,
65 years old.
as part of our People Who Chat series, this is called Last Week, Last Word. I got Eric from the Bronx, and Eric has some questions for my man Luis and my dear friend Susan and Kellyanne. Manhattan is not in Canada, and you are a goddess. You are a goddess.
Not a goose.
Eric, do you have any questions for our special ghost, world-renowned guests, Luis Pedron, Susan Who, and Kellyanne the goddess?
Hey, people.
Hey,
Brother,
Eric.
hey, compadre of Brother Andrew there. I wanted to know, as the last ungentrified borough of the five in New York City, is there going to be ever a film festival hosted by the Boogie Down Bucks, the borough with all the soul? Are we going to get a film festival?
In the Bronx? Good question.
Yeah, home of hip hop.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure if there is a. Isn't there a Bronx film festival? I think there is, right?
Is there? I know they just opened up the hip hop museum, but I don't know if there's a film festival.
That's a
Is
good
there?
question.
Ooh.
I think you might have stumped the panel. You
That's
might have
that stuff
stumped the
with that.
panel.
Yeah.
It's something we gotta explore. It's so many stories in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know, this
The
is
Aardvark
where
will
it
hook you
all
up. You got to
started.
do.
What is it,
You
Jose?
want it done right, do it yourself, right, Eric? Start one.
Yeah.
Start one.
There you go. Eric himself is a voiceover master, been in many projects and everything, and his voice is like silk, as you can hear. You know,
Am I
Are you looking stuff up, Louis? He's looking for a Bronx Film Festival.
No, I
He
think
can't find it. Yeah.
Luis, are you still there?
Yeah, he's Googling. But let me ask you a question, Susan, since you
Okay.
spoke up here. Do you
Can you
think,
hear me?
huh?
There is a Bronx Film
You're, you're breaking up there, Luis. Hello?
Luis, you're broke.
He's
He's
frozen.
gone. All right. I had enough of him anyway. But let me ask you a question, Susan.
Yes.
Do you think there, even if there is a Bronx Film Festival, is it kind of like crappy? Is it well attended?
I personally don't know if there's a Film Festival out there. I'm not gonna say yes or no to that question.
Yeah.
But all film festivals have their own ways of doing things. So, essentially, does it exist? I don't know. Eric, that you have to do some research yourself. I have I've only lived in New York for 6 years, and I've only dealt with my own film festivals. Um, so I don't know if there's ones in Bronx. I'm sure there is very small ones, like our independent film festivals. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, so just do your research. We as a film festival own our founders and co-founders, we don't really like pay attention to other film festivals doing, because we're busy doing our own stuff, and we're busy, doing our own films, and looking at our
Sure.
own things. So I mean, we do go to other film festival, but we only go to other film festival as, like, just like regular people.
All right. Let me ask you a question, Eric. Do you have any more questions?
Uh, no, but that's something that you guys have inspired me. Like Jose said, do it yourself. But I think it could start with just a critique of films that have originated in the Bronx or with a Bronx theme. That could be a way to kick it off.
Do you think it's harder for a black person to get into film festivals?
Yeah, no admission. We never get admitted. Well, what do you mean, Andrew? What do you mean?
We were talking earlier about Caucasians mostly being viewed in the entertainment world in the United States. In the United States, we're talking. I don't know about
Okay.
Canada, but maybe they're a little more advanced or progressive than us. But do you think it's changing at all, Brother Eric, in the United States? Do you think it's changing at all?
Wow. Well, we've just gone through such a cataclysm over the last 4 years. I don't think the dust has settled on how progressive we're going to continue to be, or if we are. Um, I think people are getting a new awareness about what this American experiment is about and who's been included and who hasn't.
Mm.
So I think, over the next 2 or 3 years, it's going to look so much different. These young people, my son is a musician and a producer. And of course, COVID kind of knocked him out of the box as far as his income. But they're collaborating with folks over the spectrum. He produces music with an indigenous kid, an Asian kid. Uh, so I think, um, the whole genre, like they're embracing everybody. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully things will be changing for the better.
I got to say, I got a lot of hope because all of a sudden there's this big proliferation of strong female parts. They're the lead in a movie. They're able and they're progressive and they're strong and they get things done. And I have a lot of hope that's expanding and that we will see a lot more variety. And as far as the Bronx go, I mean, there's not too many places where they have as much heart as that. I mean, I know some people from the Bronx. I was there when I was young, and there's a lot of experience there. There's a lot of important information, messages that other people need to hear. So I
Right.
look forward to that happening. I look forward to it being something that becomes much more mainstream. And
Right.
Eric, I dare say you could be a beautiful part of that because you got the spirit too.
All right, Louise, we're having a hard time hearing you. Can you unplug your headset? But let me tell you something, Eric. The Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences, it was mostly made up. The judging panel was like mostly made up of no black people and no Asian people. So that kind of leaves Caucasians mostly. Okay. So if you have that going on, probably you're not going to win many awards if you're black or Asian. Now it's opened up a little. They actually, because there was such an outcry, but this has been going on for 75, 80 years. I mean, this is
Since its inception, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, they only just opened up Asian community because of AAPI situations, and majority of the celebrities have and on Clubhouse has been supporting AAPI. You know,
Mm.
so
What is it? What is AAPI?
I gotta look that up. I don't know the full name
Oh,
of it.
well, there you go.
Asian actors, something.
Right. Oh, very good. Very good. All right, Luis, can we hear you yet?
Barely, a little bit.
Did you unplug your headset? No, that's not working, baby.
Yeah, well, we do need to change it because besides Jackie Chan movies and maybe kung fu movies, we need some more real material, something that's edifying.
I think they didn't Rich, what was it? Rich Crazy Rich.
Crazy rich
Yeah.
Asians. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was a mainstream, and that kind of opened up things to a small degree,
Right.
but still crazy underrepresented. Underrepresented.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Go ahead. Say something there.
Can you hear me? No.
Yeah.
Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
yeah,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah.
Wait.
so
Can you hear me now? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait. I have to put my Asian shirt for this.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So I got my Asian shirt for you guys. Okay, AAPI before I explain something. AAPI. So
AAPI is Asian Pacific American Islanders.
Islanders.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What does Pinoy mean?
yes, I
Did
was
you
going to
answer
say
this?
Filipino.
Okay. Is Manny
Filipino.
Pacquiao from the Philippines?
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is running for the president of the Philippines. Is my
There
big
you
news
go.
for you.
There you go.
Thank God.
He's right for Andrew. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna say two things.
Please.
One is I have to go before putting my Asian outfit. If you don't mind if I go, is that okay?
It's okay.
And then I would end it at this. The wave of the future is vertical filmmaking. Those 1 minute TikToks is how the can you hear me?
Yeah, go
Is
ahead.
how the advertising people are communicating. It might be a category in our film festival, but that's the wave of the future. How can you communicate your vertical, like what Eric is doing? Vertical filmmaking. YouTube is already embracing it. TikTok is Snapchat, TikTok. That's how it is. Our young people, as we know, is our future, and they are dominating communication, influencing, and in fact, that's the shortest and easiest way to communicate. Now, the wave of the future is that 1 minute filmmaking. How can us adults use it effectively to communicate our either propaganda, our ideas, and what? I'm going to end it at that. But Andrew, you were going to say something
don't
about
leave yet. Don't leave yet. One question to you, Luis. Do you have anything to plug? It's time for shameless plugs. Do you want to promote something that you got going
Oh
on, Luis?
Lord, help me. You're not going to believe it. Our website's going to be updated really, really soon. But you can find all the info on my Facebook. Don't be afraid to check out Louis Pedron, LuisPedron, or search International Film Festival Manhattan on Facebook. And of course, Sue will be putting all of those on our social media because Sue does our social media stuff. And I'd love to say thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Miss Goddess and Eric and Teddy and everyone from Mojo Rising. I love you guys. Thank you for giving me the chance. I got to do my so many stuff right now. I got to run. Got my Asian thing going on. I got
Thank you.
Trash of a
You know
Fashion
what?
shirt,
I'd,
which is
I'd love
will
to
be
have. I'd love
available.
to have you. I'd love to have you on the show again in the future, if that's possible, Luis. All right.
Stay strong, Luis.
Yeah, in a different outfit.
Okay. Different shirt. Different shirt is allowed.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
So
you,
long.
Luis.
Later.
Susan, do you have
Yeah.
anything to say? We're going to be cutting out. Do you have a shameless plug, a promotion? What's going on?
What's going on is we have a new show, me and my friend Amanda. It's called Made of Stars, and we are currently developing or working on that, and it's coming very, very soon. It's gonna feature a lot of healer speakers and just how to be who you are and treat yourself right. And right now is the time to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself because with this virus going on, how are you gonna sustainable yourself to be healthy? That's first one important part. So yeah, so we have a lot of healers teaching us how to eat right, how to heal ourselves, just with our bodies and with herbals, like herbal natural things and things like that. So we're going natural. And how do you go natural without going
broke.
you know what I mean? Like without going broke. Yes. Like how to eat good without going broke. How to eat like healthy food without going broke. So and then
Mhm.
lastly, how do you take care of your body right? How do you, with all the things going on, stress and anxiety, it's making everybody going a little bit on, 1,000 mile a minute. How do you calm yourself by meditating? So we'll have people, healers, to teach all that stuff. And
Do you mean legal substances, right? Not illegal.
no, not legal
To
substance.
calm you. Oh, okay. Okay.
No. I'm talking about what kind of food will calm you, and like antioxidants, and those are more of like aging things that you could use like for your skins. And yeah, we'll go into all that in our show.
Okay. And that'll be a chapter of topical entertainment news as well in Mojo Rising. It's called Made of Stars, and that's coming up very soon. Now, Eric from the Bronx, do you want to promote anything or say anything? I know you're getting so many voiceovers, coming to you. What kind of voiceover do you want to do next? What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Well, my wife and I
And I must say,
are.
you got a beautiful friggin' voice. Go ahead.
Oh, well, thank you, Andrew. Well, we're pursuing, what is it, historical readings.
Interesting.
It's got a connection with the girl that produces Insincere. It's a show on HBO. I can't think of her name right now, but
Okay.
we got an audition for that. I don't know, just pray for me. It's a second career, and Brother Andrew, you really inspired me to pursue it. So my hat's off to you.
Thank you, Eric. And what about Kellyanne, the golden goddess goose, the golden goose from Canada? I know you were big on the TikTok. In fact, they voted you one year as the queen of TikTok. Are you still TikToking away? What do you do?
No, I haven't been TikToking away. I've been traveling a lot, so I haven't really
Yeah.
been on the TikTok, but YouTube does their minute shorts and Facebook too. So I just haven't gotten heavily involved in it lately.
Well, what do you like to watch? What kind of genre in entertainment?
I like thrillers.
Thrillers. Okay, thank you. Jose, what's up with you?
Nothing much. To be honest with you, I'm moved to say something that dawns on me after listening to Sue, and that is that I just want us to be able to accept who we are and what we are and stop worrying about what the media tells us we're supposed to look like and what shape we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to eat and find out that, you know what, we're all God's creations. We're all okay just the way we are. So if I think there's a message for the world right now, it's like, you're okay, man. So be happy with yourself and stop worrying so much. It just wastes energy.
It almost brings tears to my eyes. That was really beautiful,
Yeah.
actually. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I'm
I agree.
98% sarcastic, but that was quite beautiful.
I agree.
We're going to end the show on that quote because that was,
Okay.
a professor of history. Jose knows what's going on here.
And
So,
right,
go ahead, Sue. Go
one
ahead.
last thing is what Jose is saying is live your life. Don't let the government or anybody for that sense to ruin your life or fear your life. Live your life as who you are, as the way you are, and be happy.
Right.
And
But
that's
just
all to it.
try not to break the law as well. All right. So we don't want you to wind up in jail. So, just take it with an ounce of salt.
Legally live the life you want.
There you go. Thank you, Susan.
No
I'd like to thank
pharmaceutical.
our guest, Susan Hu, my co-host Jose from Brooklyn, Flatbush. I'd like to Kellyanne from the Golden Goose from Goddess Goose from Canada. She actually is from Canada. Eric from the Bronx, voiceover. It's like butter listening to him.
Extraordinaire. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'd like to thank everybody, people of Mojo Rising, the people of Topical Entertainment News, my producer Teddy in the background, who Luis thought was the voice of God. Pretty close though. And Tuesday nights at 6:30 p.m. is listed live. Then after that, following right after that, you got the main show at 7:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. You got ladies hour, special hour.
Ladies happy hour.
Ladies Happy Hour. It's a very dirty, good show. Very good, very dirty. And Thursday, you got that as well. Topical Entertainment. Ladies Happy Hour, 8:30, 7:30, Topical Entertainment News, all under the umbrella of Mojo Rising. Follow us on YouTube. Be a backstage supporter so you can hear these lovely people here every Monday, every Tuesday, every Thursday, whenever Susan's ready with her show, whatever. I'm out of friggin' breath. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Andrew.
Thank you,
Have a good-
everyone. Have a
Stay
great day.
strong.
Bye.
All right. So long.